Hi guys, before we get started with the video, I'd like to shout out Callum Harrison, who has just made a YouTube channel, Callum Harrison 7962. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. He is going to be doing a lot of gym videos, I believe. So that's definitely worth checking out. His transformation at the gym has been tremendous. Definitely deserves you guys to subscribe to his channel. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to Cam Harrison 7962. Hi everyone, I'm Lewis and welcome to Lewis's Football Mind. Today's video, I've picked one player per Premier League club to look out for 23-24 season. Some of these players are new signings, whilst others are not. I haven't picked obvious ones, including Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland, etc. I've picked a few obvious ones, but not really star players like Salah, Haaland, Rashford, etc. Um, just to make it more interesting and better, in my opinion. So let's get started with Arsenal, and this one is very interesting. David Raya I've picked because he has just signed from Brentford on a loan deal until the end of the season with option to buy. So yeah, David Raya isn't coming in as number 2. He's coming in as a number 1. So Arsenal have two number ones now fighting for one position on pitch. Arteta said just to create more competition. Obviously every player has to fight for his position, and I do like that mentality, but at the same time it could create a bit of beef in the dressing room, who knows. But I think Arteta has a good idea of what he wants from his Arsenal players. So David has 62 appearances in the Premier League, and he's got 20 clean sheets, so pretty good record. So he clearly wanted the move, definitely wanted the move. I was surprised it was a loan deal though, but this one's going to be interesting. I don't know how much he'll play. I don't think he'll play straight away. I think Ramsdale's definitely got number 1 position at the moment, but Arsenal are in the Champions League this year, obviously EFL Cup, FA Cup, etc., and the Premier League. The one be fighting for the title, so there are a lot of games this season. So Arsenal will have to rotate. So David will have a chance, and obviously training, he has to prove himself on the training ground, or he's just going to be on the bench all year and not going to be making an impact in the big competitions. So yeah, he has to make an impact if he wants to get above Ramsdale. So yeah, I think it's really interesting. This one. It's last time I seen this was Jeremy Donnarumma and Keylor Navas at Paris Saint-Germain, and Keylor Navas went on loan to Nottingham Forest halfway through the season, and then Donnarumma got number 1. So this, who knows, it might mean Ramsdale could be leaving at the end of the season, who knows. But yeah, this one's very interesting, and definitely want to look out for the new season. Next up is Aston Villa, and I've picked Moussa Diaby, the new signing from Bayer Leverkusen. Last season he scored 9 Bundesliga goals, which is pretty good. He plays around right midfield, right wing, but he played up front against Newcastle, which looks like the place where he's going to play most of this season under Unai Emery. Yeah, I thought Moussa Diaby was one of them Aston Villa star players in very disappointing performance. Obviously scored on his debut. He scored a few in pre-season as well, so he's looked very sharp, very rapid. This guy looks very, very good. I think Aston Villa fans should be excited over the new season, even though it didn't start the way they wanted. Moussa Diaby is definitely a player to get excited over. Yep, so he's 24 years old. Obviously 9 goals, I've said before. Last season, French international, he won the Nations League with France, and he won a League One title with Paris Saint-Germain 2019. Yeah, so very good player, but quite experienced already at 24, being at some top clubs already. So this guy, I think, is ready for the Premier League, and definitely one to look out for the new season. Next we go to Bournemouth and Milos Kurta, the left back who was just signed from AZ. I've picked this one because I've seen clips of him. I think he's looked very sharp, very good. In the clips I've seen, I haven't watched a full match of him yet, but I will hopefully see one of him soon. But the clips I've seen, I think he looks very good. Obviously I can't judge a player from a few clips, but I have seen him. He's been rated very highly from several football experts, so hopefully he lives up to the hype. And yeah, he replaced Owen Windle last year at AZ at the starting left back, and I think he did very well last season. He already has 8 caps for Hungary, so that's very good at 19 years old as well. So this guy has a big future ahead of him. Obviously, it might take some time to adapt to the Premier League. Might even take 4 years, especially for a 19-year-old moving countries, different culture, etc. So yeah, this guy could go far, but you have to give him time, let him adapt to the Premier League and develop. So this one is definitely an interesting one to look out for the new season. So next one is Brighton's Simon Adingra, if I've said that right. Correct me if I haven't. But yeah, last year he was on loan at Union St. Gilloise. He got 20 goals / assists in 36 appearances, so definitely performed well last season. Brighton fans are very excited for him, and they're saying he's the next player who is going to Chelsea for 100 million. So who knows? Few years, Chelsea and Liverpool might be racing to get a signature. Who knows? But yeah, he scored against Luton Town as well, so good start for him. Yeah, he's from the Ivory Coast and he's only 21 years old, so he's got a massive future ahead of him. But yeah, this one is really interesting. Brighton fans rate him very highly already. So yeah, this one is definitely worth looking at for the new season. Burnley, this one kind of an obvious one. I've went for James Trafford, who was absolutely phenomenal in the 21 Euros. For England, got goalkeeper of the tournament, kept 6 clean sheets out of 6 games, didn't concede a goal and saved a penalty in the final as well. Last season he spent a year on loan at Bolton Wanderers and he was League One keeper of the season. So yeah, I thought this guy's really good. Obviously, not the way you want to start, conceding 3, but it is against the champions Manchester City, so we can forgive him for that. But this goalkeeper only 20 years old, but yeah, looks very good. Obviously, that save in the final got more attention off people. Obviously, I knew about him already. Quite a few of us knew about him already, but he definitely made a name of himself after the under 21 Euros victory. So yeah, this one's definitely worth looking out for. Obviously at Manchester City, but it's hard to get in over Ederson. But I think it's definitely the right time for him to go. Very young, big future ahead of him. He could be a top keeper someday at a top club. So that is Burnley. So next up is Brentford, and I've went for Bryan Mbeumo. Obviously he's been at Brentford for a few years now. His former club was Troyes in France. So I've went for Bryan Mbeumo because of obviously Ivan Toney's injury. So Bryan Mbeumo will have to step up this season. A bit of weight on his shoulders this year. Obviously Toney's suspended until halfway through the season, so yeah, he could keep Toney out of the team when he comes back. Toney might not be playing for Brentford when he comes back, but who knows? But I think it's a very good player. Only 24 years old. Cameroon international, and he got 9 goals, 8 assists last year. So yeah, this one he's a very good player in my opinion, and yeah, I think he goes under the radar, especially how good Ivan Toney was before he got suspended. So yeah, I definitely think he deserves his time in the spotlight if he can work, if he can get it really. Yeah, already scored this season against Tottenham, so that's a good start for him. So definitely one to look out for this season. So next up, Chelsea. So many players to pick from, but I went for Enzo Fernandez. I think Enzo Fernandez. Obviously Chelsea were abysmal last year; they were terrible. But I thought Enzo Fernandez was one of the very few bright lights in the Chelsea team last year. It goes under the radar. Actually, how good Fernandez is for Chelsea. Obviously, how bad Chelsea did last year, it makes him look really bad. But actually, he looks very good. He did run the show in my opinion against Liverpool. So yeah, a World Cup winner obviously, and he is only 22 years old, 21 when he won the World Cup. He joined Chelsea from Benfica for a massive fee. So already pressure there for a very young player, but I definitely think he's got potential to be one of the best midfielders in the world eventually. And obviously a World Cup winner that young, there is always going to be pressure on you, but I think Enzo Fernandez will be very good for Chelsea and definitely one to look out for. Next one, I went for Crystal Palace, and might Michael Olise, who has just signed a new deal at Crystal Palace after rejecting Chelsea, after Chelsea activated his £35 million release code. Crystal Palace chairman Steve Parish was not happy at all how Chelsea conducted the deal. So Olise kind of said, "Get lost, Chelsea. You're not getting your money this time. I'm signing a new deal," which, in my opinion, I think is the right decision. I think he's only 21 years old. He came to Palace from Reading. Yeah, I think it's the right decision. He's so young. He's got so much time, so much more to improve on. Obviously, he only scored 4 goals last season, which isn't great, but obviously for a young player, it's somewhere to improve on. But obviously, he loves dribbling, going past players, putting balls in the box. So he does a lot more than just score goals, might at least say. But he looks like a very, very good player for the future. And definitely one Crystal Palace will want to keep a hold of for a long time. Obviously, they'll want to sell him. They'll probably have to sell him eventually, but they'll definitely want more than £35 million. Even now, I think Palace could get more than £35 million for Mike Elise if they wanted to. So definitely the right decision there from Crystal Palace and Mike Elise. Next, Everton, I've went for Amadou Onana. This one is quite interesting. I don't watch a lot of Everton because I don't like Everton at all. But when we played Everton last year in the Merseyside derby, I thought Onana looked very good. I thought he was hard to get the ball off, especially in the first game at Goodison Park. He's only 22, came from Lille, and he's a Belgium international. So he does look really good. Obviously, a lot of links from Manchester United. Everything will be desperate to keep him. But yeah, if I was him, I would stay. I'm not just saying that because it's Manchester United, but I think 22, stay another year or so, and then get another offer next summer. Who knows who could be knocking on the door next summer? But yeah, I can't see him going. I can't see Everton accepting. So I think he will stay, and I think that would be the right decision. But yeah, Everton, Onana is the one to look out for a new season, especially Everton having so many bad transfers in the last few years, and bad moments now going down the last 2 years. So Everton want to keep a hold of as many good players as possible to get out of relegation scrap yet again. The next Fulham is Joao Palhinha, a player I'm a massive fan of. I've got some stats here. 1,267 passes completed last season, 147 tackles, and 212 recoveries last season. He's 28 years old, he came from Sporting Lisbon, and he's a Portuguese international. So yeah, I think this is a player who I do want at Liverpool. Will it happen? I can't see it happening. Fulham apparently want between 50 to 70 million pounds. Different sources seeing different fees, but it will be around that price. But yeah, 28 years old and looks solid. Yeah, really big part of Fulham's push for Conference League last year. Obviously got very good position last year for them, especially for a promoted side. So yeah, they'll be desperate keeping Palhinha. I think he's injured at the minute, but when he's back fit, Fulham will benefit definitely. And if Liverpool sign, which I don't think they will, we will benefit massively. But yeah, Joao Palhinha is definitely a very good player for Fulham, and definitely one to look out for the new season. And now Liverpool, a lot of players to pick from. I haven't picked any of the new signings, but I have picked an interesting one. In my opinion, I think I've picked Luis Diaz. I've picked Luis Diaz because he came in 2022 in January from Porto. Obviously half a year, really impressed. Him and Dejan Kulusevski were the best January signings at the time. I think he really impressed. And then last season, he impressed at the start of the season, scored against Palace, even though we're down to 10 men. And then he got a horrific injury. He was out for 6 months, and that was his season pretty much over. He came back a bit at the end of the season, scored against Tottenham, but obviously being injured that long, it's hard to come back and make impact straight away. So Liverpool fans haven't seen a full season Luis Diaz yet. and he looks absolutely brilliant. Only 26 years old as well. This guy looks absolutely amazing. So if Diaz can stay fit a full year, get at least 35 Premier League starts, yeah, I think he's getting double figures in my opinion. He creates so many chances for other Liverpool forwards. He's dribbling sensational, and he just creates stardust in the Liverpool attack, and he's just exciting to watch. A fantastic player. So hopefully he can stay fit the full year. I think Liverpool will benefit a lot from Luis Diaz being fit a full year. So yeah, definitely want to look out for the new season. So next, Manchester City. I went for a new signing. Josko Gvardiol, who actually is a Liverpool fan, but obviously our owners didn't put a bid in for him. No surprise there. But anyway, Josko Gvardiol, 21 years old, former club RB Leipzig, who he joined City from. He was part of the Croatian team who came third in the World Cup in 2022. I thought he was sensational World Cup. Obviously, just that one moment against Lionel Messi, but how many times have we said that before? And you can't really give him any stick for getting done by Lionel Messi. But anyway, Joshua Gvardiol, he could play centre back, could play left back this year. He's a very versatile player, very strong player, tall player, good on the ball, looks very good. Manchester City's defence looks absolutely solid. Diaz, Akanji, Gvardiol, Ake. Looks like Cancelo's leaving, but I don't think Pep will miss him too much in my opinion. Even though he's a fantastic player, I think something has happened between them two. But anyway, Manchester City have a solid defence, the best defence in the league, in my opinion, by a good country mile. So yeah, Manchester City just keep looking stronger. I don't know if they'll win the league yet. I don't know. If you want me to do Premier League predictions, full Premier League predictions, I have them written down, so I can do them. If you want, comment down below if you would like that, or message me on Instagram, Lewis.Hillis89, and please subscribe. I'd love to get to 50 subscribers by the end of August. That would be great. But yeah, thank you guys for watching so far. And then back to Gvardiol. Yeah, Gvardiol's a fantastic player, very young, and he had so many options, but I think Manchester City is the right option. We'll love them at Liverpool, but it's fantastic to see him in the Premier League. But it just makes Manchester City even stronger. Next, Manchester United, and I think the player who has a lot of pressure on him. Manchester United got in number 9 for around £72 million, roughly. But the pressure this guy's going to be under when he comes back from injury is massive, and it is Rasmus Højlund. Manchester United against Wolves. Wolves were dominant. They should have scored, but Manchester United looked like they were lacking. A striker, obviously Rashford, is a very good player, but I think he's better on the wing. But yeah, you could tell Manchester United were missing a full number 9 in that game. Højlund's going to have so much pressure, especially if Manchester United struggle to score in the first few games of the season. This guy's going to have to come in straight away, setting these fully fit again. He's going to have to hit the ground running, and if he doesn't, there's going to be alarm bells ringing for Manchester United, and straight away he's going to be called flop, etc. And I don't think that's fair. You have to give these players time, but you might not get time. But I think he could struggle this year. It just depends how quickly he comes back from injury, if he gets into it straight away, or just held off for a bit. It just depends on many factors, but I think this player has the potential to be a world-class striker eventually. But this year, I think he could struggle. Yeah, but he came from Atalanta for a massive fee, and he's a Denmark international, but he did not go to the World Cup, I believe. So yeah, definitely want to look out for the future, and also this season to see how he'll do under massive pressure. Now Newcastle, I've went for another new signing, and somebody who scored on his debut, then went to Wetherspoons after. This is Sandro Tonali. Signed for around £60 million, I believe, which Moses Caicedo going to Chelsea for 115. Romeo Lavia going to Chelsea for 58. I think this is a very, very good price for a very good player. One of the best young CDMs in the world, in my opinion. Yeah, came from AC Milan, Italian international, and this guy looks fantastic. Makes Newcastle's midfield look very, very strong for the upcoming season. Obviously scored in his debut, and yeah, he looks fantastic. Went to Waterstones after the match, so yeah, he's getting into it, and the rumours of him not wanting to be there look like rubbish. He looks very happy at Newcastle, but yeah, definitely one to look out for. And also Champions League semi-finalist for AC Milan last year just got knocked out by their fiercest rivals Inter, but definitely one to look out for this season. But Nottingham Forest and Taiwo Awani scored again on Friday night against Sheffield United. So that's 2-2 for him. So that's great for him. Very good player. I wish he was given a chance at Liverpool, but it just wasn't meant to be at the time. But happy he's scoring now. But he's 26 years old. He came from first one Union Berlin, and obviously before that he was at Liverpool. He went on several loans, but I'm happy he's settled at first now. But yeah, he's a Nigerian international, and yeah, he looks very good. When he came on against Arsenal, he made an impact straight away. Anthony Alanga, and he looks very good at Awani. So yeah, I think he's a very good player. Definitely one Forest will want to keep fit throughout the season, especially if they don't want to be in a relegation battle again. So next is Spurs, another new signing, and I've went for James Maddison, 26 years old, England international, came from Leicester, who got relegated to the Championship last season. And yeah, what he did very well on his debut, 2 assists against Brentford, so what a way to start, and that was only in 45 minutes as well. So yeah, he looks very, very good. And I think he will have a big part in Tottenham's team this season, especially Harry Kane leaving. He will have to step up a bit more if Tottenham can't get a striker in before the end of the window. And players like him, Son, Kulusevski, etc., will have to step up a bit. But I think he's up to the job. James Maddison, I think he's a very, very good player. And yeah, really good player, and definitely one to look out for this season, especially if Tottenham do not get a striker to replace Harry Kane, which is nearly impossible. Anyway, Sheffield United, another former Liverpool player, Ryan Brewster, 23 years old. Last season, abysmal season, pretty much. 1 goal in 16 games. This guy has so much potential. He won the Champions League with Liverpool in 2019. Didn't really play much, but yeah, he still won the Champions League. Won the under-17 World Cup, I believe, in 2017. So yeah, a player who was rated so highly a few years ago, and he's just went under the radar. Really, he just hasn't performed well at all. But hopefully this year he can prove himself in the Premier League, which is hard if you don't perform the Championship. But there has been players who have performed better in the Prem and haven't performed in the Championship. So hopefully that's him. Hopefully he can perform, and Sheffield United will need him to perform, especially if they want to stay up this season. So yeah, he's an England international as well. But yeah, he's nowhere near the England first team whatsoever. Hopefully it can be one day, but right now, not a chance he's near. But anyway, Luton Town, Tom Lockyer, I picked him because obviously horrible collapsing on the pitch in the playoff final against Coventry. Luckily, it's all well. Now he's back on the pitch and he's captaining Luton to the promised land, the Premier League. First time they've been in the top 5 since the 91-92 season. So seeing Luton in the Premier League for the first time is fantastic, especially where they were 10 years ago, down National League, etc. It's just unbelievable to see Luton rise up the leagues in such a quick time, and the way they've done it is sensational. So yeah, Captain Luton, they are favourites to go down, but I do back Luton are still up, honest, and I really do. I think it will be very tight. I think if they get 16-17 for Robert Edwards it would be a legend forever, and you'll get nominated for Manager of the Season straight away, in my opinion. Keeping Luton up would be one of the best achievements a manager could achieve in English football, especially where they were 10 years ago. Obviously, he won League Two first Green just 2 years ago, so that would be amazing for him. But it's going to be a very hard season for Tom and Rob and etc., especially him captaining. But I think he's a very good leader. He's 28 and he is Welsh, so yeah, definitely Luton have to keep him fit and keep him obviously healthy, well, which is what we all want. And yeah, this is going to be a very interesting and hard season for Luton Town. But next, West Ham and James Ward-Prowse have picked. It was tight. I was going to pick Edson Alvarez, obviously Declan Rice's replacement, signed from Ajax. But I picked James Ward-Prowse just because I know a bit more about him, and I think it'll be interesting to see him not in a Southampton shirt in a new system under a new manager, new surroundings, etc., and in Europe. I think that's probably one of the main factors he picked. Also, he wants to break David Beckham's free kick record. So James Ward-Prowse has 17 free kicks, which is the second most in Premier League history, just behind David Beckham. So you want to break that 100%. And he is 28, so his prime is yet to come. It'll be important for him to hit the ground running, but I think James Ward-Prowse is a very good player, definitely good enough for the Premier League. I am sad to see him go from Southampton because he's been there so long, but he's a player that should definitely be in the Premier League. So yeah, finally, Wolves, and I went for Matheus Cunha. This guy played sensational against Manchester United. He did everything except score. 23 shots at Old Trafford. That's the most by a away side since 2005, which is a crazy stat, if you think about it. So Wolves should have won this game, but obviously if you don't put your chances away, especially against Manchester United, they're going to punish you. So yeah, Wolves have to get this guy scoring. He has to score goals this year if Wolves want to stay up, because they could struggle a lot this year if they don't score goals. They only scored 31 Premier League goals that season, which was the lowest in the division. Even rock bottom Southampton scored more with 36. So yeah, it's going to be really, really tough job for him, but I think he's a good player. Played very well at Atletico Madrid. I was surprised he went to Wolves, but he just has to start scoring, really. But yeah, that is Wolves Matheus Cunha. Yeah, so that is the video complete. Tomorrow's video will be a Gator versus Ebbsfleet vlog, Ebbsfleet United vlog. So yeah, that'll be very fun. A bit nervous for that. Might look like an absolute idiot, or it might go well. But hopefully you guys enjoy that. That won't be the last vlog I do. The next one after that will be Halifax versus Gators. That's if I stick with vlogging. I might just be an absolute idiot at it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please can you subscribe and like this video. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.